Alright, so this is the Infinix XWatch 3WE. I've been using it for around a week now, and for 36,500 naira. If you decide to get the watch, here's what you should expect. So in terms of design, as you can see, this is a round watch. So those of you that like round watches should be excited by now. Anyways, it has two buttons on the side. The round one is the power button, and even though I didn't expect it, you can spin the button to control the watch. Next, you get the flat button. You can press it once to turn off the screen, since sadly this watch doesn't have that cover to turn off the screen feature. However, you can customize the button to do anything from this list here. Just select what you want the watch to do when you long press the button, and it will do that action. And between the buttons, there's the microphone for phone calls, which as usual I'll be showing you a demo later on in this video. And at the back, I think this is another microphone, but I'm not too sure. Even the manuals that came with the watch did not say anything about the microphone. So, well, it's there. But something that is mentioned in the manual is that this watch is water and dust resistant since it is IP68 rated. Overall, I will say that this watch is decently designed. The only issue I have is with the buckle. It is made out of slim metal, which is not something that I find comfortable. I'm used to watches that have a plastic buckle that isn't too slim. The buckle is the only thing I do not find comfortable about the design, but that's just for me. Maybe for you it won't be a problem. As for the screen of the watch, well, it is a 1.4-inch AMOLED screen, and honestly it looks good. Brightness outdoors is very good, the colors are vibrant, and the screen overall is sharp and clear. The resolution on the watch is 433 by 433 or 433 by 433. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why the display is sharp. The watch sometimes does not respond to my touches when I interact with it, but it is not frequent. So just keep that in mind if you decide to get the watch and you experience something like that. Or if you don't, then let me know in the comments. But for me, sometimes when I touch the watch, it doesn't respond. I have to tap again before the watch responds. There is also no auto brightness feature on this watch, so make sure you try to increase the brightness before heading out into the sun. And because the watch has an AMOLED screen, then you should also expect that always on display. You're only limited to two options. They are not great options, but they are not terrible either. I think the best word to use to describe the always on display options is basic, but overall the watch has a good screen. Nothing much to worry about here. When it comes to features, like many other watches, you get all those health and workouts features, but as someone that only occasionally exercises, I don't use those features. I normally get watches like this to receive phone call notifications as well as normal notifications like text messages from WhatsApp or any other notifications. Because the watch will vibrate when you get a notification or a phone call, but you can also set it to ring if you want. But me personally, I like all my devices in vibration mode. The vibration mode on this watch is hard to miss, and there are two options you can choose from. I selected the strong option because I feel it works better for me. And for notifications, yes, the watch captures them until it doesn't. Honestly, sometimes the notifications are just blank. I've only used the watch for receiving WhatsApp notifications, so I don't know if it behaves the same way with other apps. But yeah, this is the first time I'm seeing something like this. But when it comes to making phone calls with the watch, well, here's a demo that I made so you guys can hear. Alright, so I'm making this phone call using the Infinix XWatch 3WE. This is what it sounds like using the watch to make the phone call. I'll be switching to my phone's microphone so you can hear the sound difference now. Alright, so I've switched to my phone and this is what it sounds like. I'm currently using the Infinix Hot 50 Pro Plus to make this phone call. Okay, so I'll be switching back to the watch so you can hear the final difference. I have switched back to the watch, and yeah, by now you should have an idea of how well your voice will be while making a phone call using this watch. From my experience using the watch to make phone calls, generally it is okay. I've had some occasions when people tell me that they didn't hear what I said, but I don't think it is the watch, like it is a problem from the watch. I think it's maybe a network problem, because when I speak again, they hear me clearly. So yeah, I would say that the watch is fairly decent for making phone calls. Keep in mind that you can't make WhatsApp phone calls or any kind of internet phone calls. You can only do normal phone calls using the watch. Also, if you're using the watch to make a phone call, you can't use the watch to switch to your phone. You have to use your phone to do that. You also can't increase or decrease the volume when the watch is calling until the person answers. For some reason, I don't like that the watch doesn't have the ability to do that. Another feature of the watch is you can use it to control the music on your phone, but you cannot use the watch to listen to music. Like the watch cannot play music through its speakers. So overall, the way I see this watch when it comes to features is that it relies a lot on your phone. So you're going to be switching between your phone and the watch as you use both of them, unlike other watches that I've used that sometimes you can do everything from the watch itself. So I feel like it's either they made the watch in a way that they want you to use it with your phone, or they feel like the people that will be getting this watch do not need all those complex or advanced customizations. And talking about the phone, well, you get this app that you can use with the watch, and it's honestly a simple app without a lot of features. It's something you can start using today and completely understand. I don't think there's any challenge with using the app. From the app, you can see that you can adjust settings like the raise to wake feature, so that whenever you lift up your wrist, the watch will turn on. It's a feature that I don't normally use on all my watches. But something that I like about this watch that you can do from the app is importing contacts. You can choose one or multiple numbers if you have contacts with a lot of numbers. You know how some people, they change numbers like every month. I'm just exaggerating, but I'm sure you know what I mean. If you have people like that, you can choose one or two of their numbers from the app so that you know that whenever you call that number, it's always going to be available, unlike the other ones that are normally switched off or unreachable. Overall, I think the app is good. It has all the necessary features you need. Anything extra you won't find here. When it comes to features, I won't say that this watch is for people like me that like a lot of customizations and features. I think the watch will appeal to people that just want to set it up for the first time and use it whenever they want for as long as they want. They don't have to constantly try to adjust settings or try to see if there's something new they can interact with. So yeah, basically, I think it's for people that just want a basic watch that works well. When it comes to battery life, I will say that this watch is really quite good. I used it for a day and I had I had exactly 90% left. And the thing is, I had always on display on throughout that day. Something I noticed while checking the battery is that the battery drops by 10%. So with this watch, you're not going to be getting like 95%, 83%. It's just going to be like 100, 90, 80, 70 and so on. You also get wireless charging with this watch, and honestly I think it is one of the best selling points of this watch. All the watches that I've used always come with this 2-pin charging cable, and even though the cable is magnetic, charging those watches is one of the main things I don't look forward to. Imagine coming home tired after a long day and trying to connect those 2-pin cables to the watch. If you are struggling with it, you might just end up leaving the watch there and going to bed. Maybe the next day you decide to charge the watch. But with this Infinix watch, you don't have to struggle to connect it. You just have to drop it on the wireless charger and that's all. But something I should mention is that the watch gets hot while charging, so I would not recommend wearing it immediately after charging it. Also, when the watch is fully charged, it vibrates 3 times when you press the power button. For me, the wireless charging feature is one of the best things about the watch, and honestly, I hope that Infinix keeps making watches like this, like the wireless charging watches anyways. Overall, the watch is good. I like it. It is decent. But I'll be giving it to my dad because I feel like the watch is way too basic for me. I'm someone that likes to touch things. God, that came out wrong. I like interacting with things, and this watch doesn't give me all the advanced features that I think I want. So for me, I don't think I'll be keeping it. But I'll be looking out for more Infinix watches in the future. Hopefully they'll bring watches that have a ton of customization. One thing that I forgot to mention was that you can set the screen on time, like so that the watch doesn't die, the display doesn't die. And the option you get goes up to 1800 seconds. That's a lot of time to keep the display on. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you found the video helpful and if you liked it, please give this video a like and subscribe for more videos like this. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Take care and bye-bye.